So tonight we'll be talking about setting up as a trader. What are the things you need to get yourself equipped or prepared with as a Forex trader? All right, so we'll be talking about the steps to get yourself started in this Forex trading career, right? All right. So in our agenda for tonight, we're talking about, so we'll have the introductory part. We'll talk about defining your trading goals. All right, someone once said that when the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So we need to define goals for ourselves, what it is you want to achieve exactly as you start trading Forex. So is it that you want to just trade and have it as a knowledge, or you want to use it, you want to have it as a side income, or you want to have it as an investment plan, or you want to have it, you want to later translate into Forex as a full-time career, all right? So there has to be a plan. There has to be an end goal, all right? So defining your trading goals. Then you need to choose a reliable broker. So you want to start trading Forex, you need to choose a reliable broker. So there's what we call Forex broker. So we'll talk about it, what you look at when choosing a broker, all right? And then we'll talk about opening a trading account. There are just some things that are very similar with all the brokers, all right, when you want to open a trading account. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about understanding trading platforms. I don't know if I had mentioned it before. For the sake of this lecture, for the sake of this lecture, we'll be working with MT4. All right, be working with MT4. And then next we'll talk about developing a trading plan. Afterwards, we'll talk about risk management, then how you can go ahead to start trading. All right, so by way of introduction, I welcome every one of us to this lecture that shows us how to set up as a trader in the Forex market. All right, so in this session, I'm going to guide you on the steps you need to know that you need to take in order to establish yourself as a Forex trader and start your trading journey. All right, so in the first leg for tonight, I'll be talking about defining your trading goals. Just as I have said initially, I'll be talking about defining your trading goals. Number one, you need to clearly define your trading goals and objectives. So you need to be able to define or state what you want to achieve exactly. Okay. You need to be able to decide if it's going to be a supplementary income or you want to trade as a means to achieve financial independence or simply just for sake of building an additional skills, all right? So you need to be able to define what you want to achieve exactly. All right. So personally, when I started learning Forex trading, so I started Forex trading in 2008. Yeah. As at that time, I remember that the first $100 I bought to fund my first account there was around between 12 to 15,000 naira. All right. So I started because I just wanted to do a business that is connected to computer. I just want to do a business that I'll be doing online with computer. That was just all right. So that was why I started, all right. I was pretty young then, not knowing that it's going to take me, it's going to make a lot of sense to me like this. Okay, so I heard about it. I started checking online about it. And then I enrolled to my first teacher then. Okay. Even though I did not really learn, even though the guy himself was still learning, but at least he helped me with my first set of knowledge about Forex. Okay, so that was my own why then. Okay. So setting specific measurable, we know about this, right? Setting smart goals will help guide your trading decisions. So when you set goals that you are sure of, that is well defined, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, then it will help you to make right decisions. All right. So secondly, tonight we'll talk about choosing a reliable broker. Choosing a reliable broker. All right. It is important that you research and select a reputable broker that suits your trading needs. All right. This is important. And tonight, I'm going to just show us some of the brokers that I checked our responses. So I've seen that majority of us are here in Nigeria, right? So I'm going to show us some of the brokers that personally I know that are quite good for us in Nigeria here. All right. So choosing a reliable broker. I'm going to show us samples now very soon. So you need to consider factors like regulations, all right, the trading platforms that the broker supports. Okay. So for example, I got a call today from one of the business development managers of a Forex broker asking me to partner with them and work with them and the likes. But that broking firm is still less than 10 years. So they don't even have MT4 license. What they have is MT5, all right? So as soon as I checked their site, I told them that I can't go on with them, okay? So there are just some certain things that we look out for when choosing a broker, all right? Another thing, I was talking in one of the classes, some of my students yesterday, we were talking about spread. Okay, I think we also discussed it 2 days ago in this class when we were talking about spread, that we look at how tight the spread of the brokers are to know, or their types of account to know if we want to go with them or not. You want to look at their fees, their commissions, how much do they charge on every transaction, how much is their commission. You want to look at their swap fees. Okay, so there's what we call swap fees in Forex. Swap means SWAP, all right? So what it means is that if you leave your trade running overnight into the next day, all right, the broker is going to charge you a particular fee for leaving your trade across into another day, all right? It's called swap fee. Okay, so you want to check their fees if it's not too much or if it's actually reasonable, okay? So these are some of the things that we look at. And then also you want to look at the available trading instruments, okay? So let's say you are somebody that trades indices, for example, and a broker, you are checking out a broker and they don't have indices, right? So it's just like for those of us that are used to VIX 75, that's volatility index 75, okay? So it's quite very unique to just Deriv. Deriv is a broker on its own. So if you see a lot of people talking about VIX 75, it means that they are actually using Deriv as their broker. All right. So there are some trading instruments that some don't even have at all. All right. In fact, there are some brokers that permit you to be able to trade stocks on their platform, while some won't allow. All right. There's a particular broker I use, all right, FXTM. On their MT5, you can trade stocks. but on the MT4 platform, you cannot trade stocks. So these are some of the things you look at when you want to register your account with a broker. But really, if what you just want to focus on is Forex, which is currency pairs, almost all the brokers trade Forex, or almost all the brokers have Forex as their trading instrument. Okay. Lastly, as the point I'm going to give on this, you need to look for a broker with a strong track record and positive reviews with a very competitive spread. All right. So look at their records, look at how long they have been. All right. Check out for their positive reviews. Okay. And then check out for their spread to see if it is okay. Now I'm going to open my chart. I'll open my browser and then I'll show us some brokers, right? Let me change what I'm sharing. Let me just show us some examples of some brokers. All right. So I believe you can see my browser. If you can see my browser, just type yes in the chat box section. All right. So on my screen now is FXTM. All right. So I've been using FXTM for over 5 years now. Okay. Quite a reliable broker. But just that what you are starting with is a small account. If you are starting with a small account, the minimum you can start with on FXTM is $200. All right. So if you intend starting with something that is very small, maybe $50 account, or $40 or $10 account, you cannot work with FXTM. All right. So I hope, okay, yeah, you cannot work with FXTM because that's the minimum that you can start with on FXTM, right? Then there's this other platform, it's called Markets for You. So I'm going to share these links on our group, links to these brokers on our group, so that you can choose whichever one you want to register an account with, right? Because as we proceed, in our next class, we expected that all of us, now this will be our take-home assignment for today. I'll be telling us we need to create demo account. So you register an account and then you create demo account, a demo trading account on these platforms, all right? So that will be our take home for today because we'll be using this to practice as we proceed, all right? So this other platform is called Markets for You. So what you need to do is just to go to create account, fill in the details, your email, you confirm your email, and then it's expected because of CBN rules, it deals with under financial this thing. So it's expected that you need to send in your document for verification, just as you send to your banks, all right? So it's not out of place if they ask, just take note of it, all right? The other brokers in Nigeria here, like OctaFX, even though I have reservations about them, but OctaFX, so just take note, OctaFX is another broker, right? This is their site. The other brokers are available for us in Nigeria, like FBS. Okay, so FBS is another broker. All right, this is Octa. Yeah, I'm just trying to show us. This guy is just telling me to log in. I'm not logging in. All right, so FBS is another broker that you can use. 10 trade, even though 10 trade is relatively new, right? You can also use 10 trade. FP markets, yeah, not B. FPmarkets.com is another broker that you can consider, right? So there are several brokers. All right? So this 10 trades. The deriv I mentioned, .com, deriv is another broker. Okay, this is FP Markets. There's Infinox. All right. So Infinox, this Deriv, Infinox is another broker. So there are just quite a lot of them, okay? But I will share a link with us to register on markets for you. This is a broker that I know that I've been using, all right? And I've recommended people that are starting with little capital with, right? So you can start small and grow big. And then their withdrawals are quite instant and very fast. I know somebody here with us that he tried placing a withdrawal which day, and then it was very fast, right? It was very fast because they are also the owners of share for you. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I get back to our slide. Next, we'll be talking about, okay, so opening the trading account. So all you need to do is just to follow the broker's account opening procedures, right? So usually it will involve you providing personal information, verifying your identity, and then completing relevant documentation. So all these are important so that they will know where the source of your money, so that because of to avoid money laundering, basically. All right. So all the brokers requires verification. So please take note of that. When your asked is not out of place. And then you need to choose the type of account that aligns with your trading style. Okay. That also aligns with your risk tolerance and initial investment capital. So this is it. After creating the account, please take note. After creating the account, you'll be directed to the dashboard. On the dashboard, you will see a place. There will be the pop-up. Just look around. You see the place to open a demo account. Okay, so open the demo account. And when you are opening the demo account, you'll be asked for leverage. Remember, we talked about leverage in our last class. Okay, so select 100. Don't select anything bigger than 100. Leverage 100. All right. No matter the broker you are using, don't select any leverage that is higher than 100. Okay. All right. And then that will be our assignment against our next class. Our next class on Monday. I hope we get that. All right. So now let's talk about understanding trading platform. So it is important that you familiarize yourself with the trading platform that is provided by your broker. Okay. So you need to learn how to navigate the platforms. You need to learn how to execute trades. You need to learn how to analyze charts. You need to learn how to assess essential trading tools that are on your platforms, okay, on the platform that you're using. So I'd mentioned it again and again, and I'll say it again now, that for the purpose of this training, we will be working with MT4. MT4 is a short form for MetaTrader 4, all right? So on the MT4 platform, we will learn how to set up our account, how to trade with it, how to open positions, how to close positions, different things, how to navigate the entire platform. So our next class will be on MT4, MetaTrader 4. We'll be familiarizing ourselves with the entire platform. All right, so in our next class, that is on Monday, we'll be talking in details about MT4. Okay, so, but it is important that you understand that if you are setting out as a trader, that you need to understand your trading platform well. Okay, then just as I tell everybody, before you go live, ensure you practice with demo accounts so that you can gain confidence and proficiency with how the platform works. Okay, so it's important that you practice and practice and practice with demo accounts. Okay. Before I go on, it was not even one person. A lot of people have asked me. They will tell me that, okay, if I start by trading with demo accounts, when will I go live? Like, when will I start trading with real money so that I can start earning real money? And I tell the person that, I tell everybody that asks me that question that you are the one that will be able to tell yourself that I can now go live. What do I mean? I'm sure that a lot of us, we have experience driving, right? When you start learning how to drive, okay, it is expected that you might not have enough confidence to go on the highway, all right? So probably you'll be driving in your streets, you'll be driving around, just somewhere very close so that you don't expose yourself to the highway and how people can be very rugged on the road. All right. But there'll be a point that by yourself, you tell yourself that I think I can now go to the highway. All right. So that is how driving is. And the same thing applies to trading. Practice, practice, and practice. You practice to a point that you will have perfected your skills to an extent that you yourself will be able to tell yourself that, okay, I think I can now go live. And usually in my class, I used to give my students challenges, all right? So I'll give the open trading accounts and I'll tell them within this month, this is what I want you to achieve. I want you to trade this account with maximum draw, that is, your account must not have a drawdown that is higher than this. And this is the target in terms of profit that I want you to make. So if you can pass my challenge like 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I will meal for my hand, I'll be able to release you, okay, to go live. And then on your own hand, you can now decide for yourself that, okay, I think I am now able to go live and trade the real money. All right, do we get that? Okay, so next thing is that it is important as a trader to develop a trading plan. All right. You see, there's no building that can go up without a plan. Every great house, all right, starts with a strategic plan. Okay. So as a trader, it's important that you outline your trading strategy. In that plan, you will include, so what you want to do in your plan is that it is when so market conditions are fulfilled, that is when I will enter a trade. And by the time I enter this trade, this is my entries. So you have decided your entry strategy. You also describe when you will exit. So is it that you will exit when it hits your take profit TP, or you will exit when the trend has started reversing? So in fact, it depends on your trading style. Are you trading with the trend, or you are trading with the range in a ranging market? All right. So you just need to define your entire style. So your style can be different from my style. And that is how I train my students, especially when you are trading manually. I train you, I give you different strategies, and I tell all of you to go and sit down and practice the one that you think fits your style. You get what I'm trying to say? So that is, there are a lot of strategies, just like mathematicians. Mathematicians will tell you that there are a lot of ways to arrive at an answer, all right? So just decide which one works for you best and then stick to it, stick to it religiously. That is what makes a successful Forex trader, all right? So in developing your trading plan, outline your trading strategy, which will include your entry and exit criteria, your risk management rules. Okay, so it means that with every trade, like I used to tell my students, which I do personally, in all of my trades, especially when I'm trading manually, I don't risk more than 1 to 2% of the size of my account on any trade in any day. All right. So if that is what you do, it means that for you to blow your account, if you are risking 1% of your account in a day, for you to blow your account, it means that you need to make loss in 100 consecutive days for you to blow 100% of your account. Do you get that? That was why when we started, I was saying that it is greed that makes people blow their account in a day, because what it means is that they risked maybe 50%, half of their entire account on a singular trade. Imagine it goes wrong. what will happen to them? They will start shaking, emotions will set in, they want to make their money back. They will risk the remaining money in their account. If that one goes wrong again, that will be the end of it. All right. And then another thing, and one of my risk management rules that I put in place is that if I enter a trade today, all right, and I reach 1% of my account manually, and I see another opportunity, I enter another trade today, and I reach another 1%, and I lose that second trade, till the end of that day, I will not trade again. I will wait till the next day. That is one of my rules. So it means that that day I have lost 2 trades consecutively. I will not take the third trade. Reason is that most times, a natural man, the number 3 trade that you are going to take will be more like a revenge. It will be more like a revenge. I want to go and make my money back. No, it doesn't work that way. And then when trading manually, there's what we call RRR, risk to reward ratio, all right? So more like you see some people tell you that, what's your RRR, right? They will tell you that ratio 1 to 2. Some people will tell you ratio 1 to 3. Some people will tell you ratio 1 to 4. Some people will even tell you, it's ratio 1 to 5, okay? So what does that mean is that I am risking 1% of my account. Ratio 1 to 2 means I am risking 1% of my account to get 2% profit. Ratio 1 to 3 means I am risking 1% of my account to get 3% profit. Okay, so imagine you enter a first trade, and in your first trade, you lost 1%. Okay, you enter a second trade, and because your RRR is ratio 1 to 2, you make profit in that second trade. That means you have made profit of how much? 2% profit, all right? 2% profit with the 1% you've lost before. At the end of that day, you've closed with a 1% profit in general, in total, okay? So those are some of the rules that we give ourselves whenever we are trading, all right? And then trade your size allocation. So there's an amount of your account that is important, and that is why lot size is very important. So when we start trading, all right, when we move in the practical session, we will see all this in real sense. All right. Then in developing a trading plan, it's important to incorporate technical and fundamental analysis techniques to identify potential trading opportunities, all right? So by the time we move on in our classes, we will still get to a point where we'll talk about technical analysis, and then we'll talk about fundamental analysis. If time permits us, we'll talk about sentimental analysis, all right? So all this we put together to be able to identify potential trading opportunities, okay? So that is it about trading plan, all right? And then lastly, you need to regularly review and refine your trading plan as you gain experience and adapt to market conditions. So if you ask me, over the years, I've been able to review and improve upon my trading plan as I get better and I gain better understanding with Forex, you know. And that is why trading journal is very important, having a journal, okay? So you lost a trade, you journal in that trade. Why do you think you lost that trade? What happened? Did you make an irrational decision? Did you enter the trade when you were not supposed to enter the trade? All right. Or perhaps you entered the trade, but something happened in the market. Probably there was a news release that you were not aware of, and then it made you enter the trade, and then the trade went against you, things like that. So with all this, you begin to adjust your trading plan and then modify your trading strategy. Okay, I hope we get that. All right, so now let's talk about risk management. I've mentioned a little about risk management in my last discussion. So it's important that you prioritize risk management to protect your trading capital. Okay, so what do I mean? Set parameters such as maximum loss per trade or overall account and adhere to them strictly. So like I was saying, that whenever I'm trading, okay, there is a maximum percentage of my account that I risk on every trade. Okay, there's a maximum that I risk on every trade. Okay, and it must not go beyond that. It must not go beyond that. Once it gets to that, and I see that it's not forthcoming, I leave the market and I come back the next day. And then, God willing, the next day you make it all back because you have a good risk to reward ratio. Okay. And then another thing is that for all of your trades, always use stop loss orders to limit your potential losses and take profit orders to secure your profits. All right. So remember yesterday, in our last class, when I showed us that diagram and I was explaining stop loss and take profits. All right. I want to believe you remember. All right. So always use stop loss orders. If you were not in the class or you forgot, you can just go back to the video of the lecture. All right. For a recap. All right. So always ensure that in all of your trades, you always use stop loss and take profit orders so that you can limit your potential losses and secure your profits respectively. Okay. And then lastly, consider position sizing and leverage wisely to manage risks effectively. So remember the last class also, we're talking about leverage, that we said that the same way leverage can increase your profit, it can also amplify your losses. All right. So be wise with your leverage. The way you apply leverage to your account, use it wisely. All right. The way it is equally an opportunity to make more money, it can also be a trap to lose your money. All right. This is where a lot of people we see a lot of people over leveraging their account, and then at the end of the day, they blow their accounts quickly. All right. So apply your leverage wisely. So lastly, before I conclude for tonight, the next thing is to start trading. So once you have completed all the necessary preparations, you can start executing your trades based on your trading plan. So you've created your account, you familiarize yourself with the trading platforms, right? You have your trading plan, your trading strategies in place. Then what you need to do is start executing trades. But ensure that you start with a demo account first. Don't start with your money, with your real money. Then let me answer this question. So I've asked several students, ask me that, okay, when I want to start trading, how much should I start with? And you know the answer I give? I ask them that, how much are you emotionally comfortable with? Okay, so the truth is trading involves an iota of risk. All right, so I ask people that, how much are you emotionally comfortable with? I'm sure that some of us will be able to relate. There was a time when we were very young, that probably you were coming back from school or you were going to school, you were in primary school, all right, and you misplaced 5 naira. I mean, you will, someone like me, I will cry till I get back home that I misplaced 5 naira. All right, you know, there was a time that threshold moved to like 100. If you miss, so it got to a time that if you misplace 5 naira, no, I can still live, right? Life goes on. But at that stage, if you misplace 100 naira, everybody will know that something has happened to you, you know. And then yet, as we begin to grow older, there was another time. So what had happened is that psychologically, in our mind, we had grown above that particular amount. All right. So there was also another time that our threshold was 1,000 naira. There was also another time that our threshold was 10,000 naira. There was also another time that our threshold, you know, I don't know for some of us, right? There are also some people that today, if they lose 100,000 naira, heaven and earth, we know, you know. But there are some people that they have grown that, you know. So, you know, I was sharing with somebody, called me one time and they told me about how the account lost a lot of money on the account, right? And I had to share my experience that there was a time when, was it just after that lockdown, all right, that was 2020, I think early 2021, I entered a particular trade, and on a single day, I lost. Okay, now, remember I was telling us that along the years, by experience, you begin to redefine your trading strategy. So then I lost about 1,000 plus, I think $1,400, all right, in a single day on an account of about $5,000. All right. So that was a whole lot. And after that day, I think it happened on a Wednesday. So I did not trade on Thursday. I did not trade on Friday. I had to wait until the following week before I started trading. So I needed to leave Forex so that I can get myself psychologically back and then come back. So when I go back the following week, that was when I made the rule that no matter how the opportunity proves to show itself, I will never risk more than 1% of my account on any trade, and the maximum of 2% per day. All right. And then I tell you that I have made much, much, much more than what I even lost at that particular time. All right. Over the following preceding months and years. All right. Um, so you need to prepare yourself and then know what you are emotionally comfortable with. Okay. So if some people today lose $1,000, you know, but really, it had happened to me before, and thank God I had made much more than that now. All right. So that is how trading is. You need to trade with what you are emotionally comfortable with. Because really, if you ask me a question, remember I was saying that you need to check your broker spread, your broker's fees and the likes, their commissions. For every trade that you enter, even before anything happens, the broker will first remove their fees, they will remove commission, they will remove their profit from the spread. Remember what spread is? The difference between your bid price and your ask price. So the moment you enter that trade, you are at loss because they have removed commission. So it's after some time that your trade is now going in the right direction. That's where you now make up that money back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you are not emotionally comfortable with it, like somebody started this trading with $500, then one of my students from Canada, like I think 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. So he learned and he was, I've been trading with them. So I said, so guy, you're about going live. Start with something you're emotionally comfortable with. Don't start with something that is so high. He said, no problem, Mr. Tolu. I like to, when want to do things, I like to do it big. I like to do it well. All right. I said, it's all right. I'll be waiting for your feedback afterwards. So he just funded the account is $500. Okay. So it's easy for him, probably because he's not living in Nigeria. So he just funded his account $500. And then the first trade he entered, probably because of the size of the account, the size of the trade he opened, the commissions that they first removed, about $2, $3 is already gone. It was like, that is too much. He closed it. He closed that trade. And some money is gone. $500 is now remaining like 497. It was like, wow. It's like I'm losing money. He entered another trade. They removed commission and everything. Another $2 is gone. He was surprised. He was shocked. He closed it immediately again. So because he was not emotionally comfortable with trading with that big amount of money as it was to him then, $500, within 1 hour, he had lost about $10 to $20 just for commissions, not even trades, so just by paying commissions, because he was entering and coming out, opening and closing the trades, So when he called me back to tell me, I said, start with $100. By the time you start with something very small, what will happen is that, and you now open the account with a very small lot size, the commission will seem small in your eyes also. So in a way, you'll be able to balance it. No problem. We are still in it. We are still moving we are still in the game. You get what I mean? So I advise strongly, don't start with something that is very big. Okay, don't use all your savings to now start trading. No, start with something that is very small. And that is why I also used to suggest brokers that create opportunities for their traders to start with cent account on very little capital. All right. So that's it. Secondly, on this point, you need to monitor the market, analyze price movement very well. Don't rush into it and make informed trading decisions. Remember in our first class, I told us three acronyms that I used to tell my students: knowledge, patience, and discipline. KPD. K, P, and D. Knowledge, patience, and discipline. So why are you joining a class? Why are you learning? So that you can have the right knowledge, all right? Patience, right? So if I say monitor the market and analyze price movement. So these things takes time. You don't jump ahead of the market. You are not the market maker, all right? So you wait. In fact, I always tell people that the trend is your friend. Follow the trend. It's just like that eagle bird. All right. By the time we start trading technicals, you understand this analogy. It's just like the eagle bird. You see, the eagle bird don't just fly like other birds, and then they start flapping their wings against the wind that is blowing. All right. They calm down, they go to the top of the mountain and watch the direction of the wind, and then they just open their wings and soar. They enjoy the ride. You understand? They enjoy the ride because they are soaring in the direction of the wind. That is how it is with Forex. If you can follow the trend, you will make money along with the trend. Okay? Except you have a different strategy. But I advise the trend is your friend. All right. So analyze price movements and make informed trading decisions. Then be disciplined with your trading plan. Be disciplined with your trading plan. All right. And then it's important that you continuously learn from both winning and losing trades in order to refine your trading skills. So I've mentioned this again and again and again. All right. That is why it's important to have your journal so that you can record your trade results. Okay. You can always go back to them and then learn from them. Check, why did I lose this trade? Why did I win this trade? All right. What have I done right? What have I done wrongly? Okay. Yeah. So in conclusion tonight, setting up as a trader requires careful planning, choosing the right broker, understanding trading platforms, and developing a solid trading plan. You need to prioritize risk management and continuous learning to improve your trading performance. This is very important. Risk management. Your capital is very important. I heard this from Warren Buffett, all right, in one of his videos. And he used to tell people, he says, number one rule, don't lose money. All right. And number two rule, don't forget the number one rule, that you should not lose money. All right. So that is why risk management is very important. You want to invest your money, you want to enter a trade that you are almost sure that this is going to come out profitable. Okay. And then lastly, remember that Forex trading is a journey that requires patience, discipline, and an ongoing dedication. Requires an ongoing dedication. So thank you very much for your time again tonight. I hope that you found this lecture again tonight on setting up as a trader informative. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your question on the platform. So we can go ahead to ask our questions on the platforms. If I see it during the day, I will definitely respond to us. Let's make the platform, the WhatsApp platform, interactive, right? Okay. And then you can also reach out to me. Also, we take Q&A after the session. And then happy trading. All right. So tomorrow we'll be talking about MetaTrader 4 complete tutorial. It's going to be a whole lot that we'll talk about tomorrow. All right. So thank you very much for tonight.